Welcome back, dear listeners. We are back in our 9 Lives of Valhalla campaign, Meow Narok, or otherwise known as Paws of Power. Actually, I like Paws of Power so much better. Thank you, Buzzsprout. But anyway, we are back in with our group, and Kat, you did such a great job in naming the group for Morkborg. What's this group's name going to? What are we called for this group?
First thing that pops to mind is obviously Meowsketeers.
God damn it! You know what? We're going with that.
I love this.
For the Meowsketeers. Okay, so we joined back with the Meowsketeers, and we were introduced to each one of these. Well, the only word that comes to mind is eccentric members of the group, and well. Actually, wait, let me do my math. No, there's 5 of us, so too many to be the true 3 Musketeers, but we're the Meowsketeers nonetheless. Everyone has been taken to Siberia, to Catherine the Great's castle, and, well, 2 of them have decided that they were all about that big cat. And we are now joining in the midst of the feast, and Catherine is she has her massive paw just burying her face, just, help me now. Loki snuck into his mom's giant flat tankard of, ale, and, he took a massive gulp, and because of his size, he got drunk off of that. So now he's just doing it's now the cat variant of the chicken dance. So, he's just on the table going, I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, I just want to be a cat, so I'll shake my rump.
I mean, he's going to turn to that as, you could drown him.
We can.
Surprised his mom didn't eat him.
Kareem keeps his thoughts to himself about Catherine's parenting about letting her child drink.
Catherine, so fun fact, Loki... in human years, he would be 18. So we're not talking about a child. He's just 18. So
Kareem sees him as a little kid.
I got you. No. Completely understandable. I just wanted to let the listeners know that no, guys. In human years, he would be 18. It's just he is a very tiny widow cat, and I'm going to take advantage of that with the voice. So Loki, and once Loki finishes, he stops. He looks at everyone and just goes, "Meh," and falls just passed out like that. Catherine she grabs the back of scruff of his neck and just puts him passed out on the back of her neck. And Loki's just doing like a koala, just draped on his mom's back of his mom's mane. Just
in my tribe, we will consider a male cat like that destined to die single.
This is when Catherine, she looks and she goes, "Oh, so I'm going to let you all see now about why I tolerate my son's antics like this. Servants, could you please take Loki's hammer upstairs to his room?" So I got to roll for this real quick. Okay, no. Okay, so the first cat that goes to try to pick up the hammer, when he goes to pick it up by the side, it just falls over and it smashes and kills him. Second,
I don't mind trying to help.
Hold on, just let me roll for the second one real quick. Yeah, he gets smashed too. The third one just looks at you with pleading eyes, just, help me!
I think 2's more of an example. Enough.
So if you offer to help him, I will let him roll a d6 then?
I will offer to help.
I will be benevolent and let him have one re-roll on this because I don't want you to see him get smashed in front of your eyes. Okay, with the second roll, it clears. And when you go to pick up this hammer, you feel a crack pop in your back from just insanely heavy this hammer is.
I got it. I did my bloodies.
The joke we would like to say about the rusty spotted cat is that they're so tiny is because their muscles have been compressed to godlike strength. But yes, thank you, and I do believe your very well dressed compatriot here. She is correct. 2 is enough of a for right now. So thank you for helping him because they were never going to be able to pick that up. And I want you to think about this. Loki has picked that hammer up with one hand.
I'm just pondering, thinking that I grossly underestimated how strong Loki is. And okay. This cat got some more whisker than I thought.
Yeah, but he still can't hold his knuckle.
Well, that was a personal thought of mine. I still want to share a litter box with his mom, if you know what I mean.
And you know what? To
I'm gonna
reward you,
smack you. I smack you upside the head.
you just palm. You just feel you just hear a bunk, and we hear an omnipotent voice just saying, "You are so going to horny jail after this." So, you take this gargantuan hammer. Well, it feels like it's gargantuan, but still, it would be a one-handed weapon to you. With why it's so heavy, you will never understand. So you take this horrendously heavy hammer up to Loki's room, and we'll come back to you, Hiei, because I'm going to reward you with a little something. So that's when one of the other servants come up to Catherine and says, "We'll take Loki from you, Your Majesty." And she goes, "All right." She takes him down from her mane and plops him in their hands, and they carry Loki. And as he's passing behind you, Truffle, Loki just turns not onto you, away from you. You just hear him go, "Bleh!" Just a mighty stream of vomit.
My fall is going to stand straight up.
And Pete King. Yes, good. That was a mighty throw up, sir. Yes, sire. Dear God.
God, I feel bad for whoever marries that.
Kareem takes his opportunity to look at Catherine's ass. So, his father, speaking of his father, is there a king, Catherine?
Oh, it's funny that you mentioned this, Kareem. So, this is something I actually wanted all of your opinion on. I have actually received a herald from the leader of the Leash. You all know that is the one known as Cujo. And he says the time of war between the felines and the Leash should come to an end, and the only logical way for this to be is for a show of, coming together, and that is with a marriage. So, and the only way for the Leash to take this serious is if it was Cujo marrying someone, and that the only female that could possibly have the right to stand by his side is Catherine. So Cujo says, for there to be peace, how about you marry me and you will surrender your kingdoms to me, and so on.
Why does Catherine have to... I'm looking at Catherine, it's like, why would a strong feline such as yourself surrender whole kingdom to a man without battle?
See, this is why the only mate I had before that I truly respected was Loki's father, Cupcake, because he didn't ask to rule or to be the king. He actually declined that role. The only thing he asked was to truly represent his strength and to battle my brothers. So, Kareem, to answer your question, as of right now, there are no suitors, but if any male wishes to be seen in my eyes as a possible suitor, they must battle my brothers here.
Where they at?
Oh, those are the two lions you saw walking with her.
Kareem looks at the two lions, looks in the direction of the two lions, rubs his chin, and comes up with plans. He remembers the humans used to watch a particular character, a man that used to dress up in a bat suit.
God damn it!
He's actually one of the training ideals of the Order of the Twilight Paw. So Kareem has ways of getting rid of the lions.
And you're in midst in thought, and with that amazingly perfect comment from Truffle, that's when the main palace door is just like booted, smashed open, and a cat, like multiple cat corpses are just seen just flying through. And, dear listeners, I told a little fib about... Now, I said that meeting with Cujo and all the other rival leaders was happening at the same time. No, it did. Because, to answer your question, Truffle...
Well, it's because I'm clearly the only male that can possibly rule next to her. I'm not saying she's bowing to me. It's that we would be equals. It's that we're both so fucking mighty that there's no need for there to be two kingdoms anymore.
And
So instead of a module, you want to act like a bitch and make Hall submit to you.
still got that smart-ass little mouth. Just like when I ate your father.
And I still got the fucking claws to back
You see,
it up.
and that's when you see really a big plump owl with bushy eyebrows, like white bushy eyebrows and a purple cape, flies and lands on one of the rafters. And Truffle, you notice a cat skull around his neck, a clear trophy, and etched in the skull is your clan's symbol, and with a clear, jagged marking going through it in just pure disrespect. And like from every time he excels and just talks, like a little spray of green eldritch magic and like sparkle dust just comes from his mouth. The little Truffle, the little benevolent meows. Oh.
Yeah, and how's your brother doing? Oh, wait, I ate him.
And, I need to go up real quick. Mai and Waffles, you both feel you're just a cringe.
Sorry, real quick.
Yes.
It's me.
May, I'm sorry. May, you feel a cringe when this scent hits your nose. You know this smell all too well as every one of your hairs goes on your back as you hear the trampling of just hundreds of little feet scurrying. And you see in the shape of like a makeshift throne of just poor little mice. Not rats, mice. It's mice are the ones that are making this living, walking throne. So it's just imagine, like, you know how with ants, how they'll do that living, walking tower? That's what these mice are being forced to do, but it's as a throne. And sitting on the top of it, you see this big, fat, bulbous rat with his little red cape and a little fucking crown that's just slightly tilted off kilter on the side of his head. But then you noticed walking in pace with it, you see this little weak, little Siamese cat. It's a furless Siamese cat, and you can tell that it's just the abuse that it's been suffering to this rat has been horrendous, and you recognize him all too well because that's number 3. That's the one you've been looking for, and you notice that Ben has a leash on him. Come on, hurry up! Wow, that was Till from the House of Strays. You know, I didn't think you two would have the gall even be here today. How does it feel to know I got your little siblings? I have your little brother here. He's my little toy, and I'm going to play with him until he breaks. And I'm going to add him to my little cape here because, you know, one of the sisters, I killed her, and her mane is right here. That's why this part of my cape is striped. And as he pulls his cape back, you see the mother, the gentlest mother, the one that gave you your milk. Oh yes, that's her mane, his cape. Yeah. Now, get angry now. This is a new throne and you want to make yourselves look bad.
Why would I waste my breath on a fool?
He gets really, really angry with that one. He just digs into his mouse chair, just the little mice squeak. My lord, please calm down. And is it Mai or May again?
It's me.
Okay, May. He looks at you and he just mouths the words, I'm sorry. Yay.
So I forgot to click the thing.
Your ears, you've waited so long. You've trained yourself to be able to tell the difference in the sounds of what wings will sound like. And you know all too well that's her. And
Suddenly, go ahead.
And then what comes flying in is the best way to describe it is if you've seen it's I hate to do this, but it's from the anime Record of Ragnarok, the one sister, the brick house one. That's what this is, but in cat form, it's just a massive brick house of a cat. She is the same size as Catherine, yet her breed is she's a Persian. So, oh boy. And yes, she has the horned helmet with golden curls underneath it coming down. Ah, look, it's the little boy that I took his little liquid from. Ha ha! I made some fun little children with that one.
Hey, yo, baby daddy.
Ha! You're not good enough to be considered my mate, you little shit.
I was gonna try to bitch slap her with my tuna bill.
Sure, you want to do that.
Yes. I know I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
So, choose 2 stats that you think will be good.
Sorry. I'm gonna use cunning and brutality.
Alrighty. Roll those 2 dice for me, and then tell me the total number that you got for those.
Okay, what die?
So what god do you have?
Leo.
So for Leo. Okay, that would mean, so what one did you put your D10 into? Because you have a D10, a D8, a D6, and a D4.
I would say I would have put that in brutality.
Alright. And then the D8 would have probably most likely been the other one you were about to use. So you roll those 2 dice for me.
Okay. Oh no, that's a 12.
So you got a 12, right?
No, I grabbed the wrong die. Okay. So okay, I got my thing now.
All right.
Okay. So I rolled a 9 for my brutality.
All right.
I rolled a 1 for my cunning.
Okay. So it is in this moment. Death looks at Catherine and just shakes his head left to right because he knows what's coming in this moment as he launches himself with his tuna blade. Now you see, dear listeners, you must know what's coming because if he survived this, he would be describing. So you're going to mark this down as your first glorious death. But this isn't a death to your nemesis though, because as you're going at her, Cujo does the Kenshiro, and it's just as if you're hearing a teleports behind you and just you're already dead. And as everyone in the room witnesses, Hiei's side just literally explode in a shower of gore. And Hiei splatters against the wall.
I've been through worse. I'll just walk it off.
Hiei, this as you're like looking at your dead body, it dawns on you that's your dead body. Oh no, you're in a soul form. And Death just walks over to you and goes, "God damn it, Hiei.
I finally died in combat, so take me to Valhalla."
Hiei, did your parents not No, that's not how this works. You're a cat, Hiei. You have 9 lives. So for now, Death just reaches back, and reaches into your soul and pulls out what looks like a little glowing ball with your head, like your face etherealized onto it, opens the skull head and swallows it. 8 to go. Ooh. Oh, God, that is an aftertaste I'm not going to forget.
So we just have soul skittles inside of us?
And do we all see that happen? Like,
no. Thankfully, all you're seeing is just a twitching dead Hiei splattered all over the walls, and Catherine going, "Everyone hold!"
Can I poke his body?
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna poke him.
And
oh, that's sick.
So I'll go back to
Hiei.
I'll go back to you in a second as Catherine goes, "I hate to say this, but the bastard was within his rights to act. The little rat is correct. These lands are neutral. You are not supposed to act in violence. If not Cujo, I was supposed to."
I'm gonna point at all the dead cat bodies that got flown through the door, Olio, and says, "Really?
that was not them. That, unfortunately, it's like that was not here on the palace. I can already tell you. Those bodies are old. We were giving them back.
Is this a normal custom?
For real, because I want to go back to Alaska.
Oh, God. Okay, I gotta resist pull. I gotta resist pulling the Silas because I know Loki would want to do this so bad. But
Do it.
Look, one of the members of my pack is a little overzealous, and he liked to collect trophies from battle, and in his way, he was just returning them to you, and he was a little upset by the fact that I told him that he had to give them back. He was being a little immature, and I will make sure to tell Thor to apologize in kind.
Catherine's frozen still real at that mention of the name.
Don't worry, Catherine, I made sure he didn't throw his body through the door, but Thor will be here soon. Now, is that, I would recommend keeping your, little, well, I might need to be a little more cordial. My thinking of him now, but the little thing you call a child, you might want to keep him locked away, because I know him and Thor don't get along.
Why not lock up your kid?
Well, if I was to do this, would you be more willing to talk civilly?
Me or Catherine?
Oh no, Cujo's come over to you. That gargantuan Tibetan Mastiff mouth, just all of his canines just glistening, his fangs glistening as he's just smiling at you.
Oh, I've been talking.
Oh, but are you
I'm also
listening?
willing to listen.
Ah, okay then. Ben, go tell Thor he can't come in. And I have a feeling that the last member of our party wouldn't be welcome either. So make sure the moose with that one doesn't come in either. Now, let's talk.
I'm listening.
Yeah, your body starts to knit back together slowly.
I'm tired of the war. I'm tired of the dead bodies. I'm tired of it all. Why must we fight? Can't we all just get along? And
You didn't seem too tired of it when you tore him apart right now.
Oh, I was just defending one of my compatriots. And as you see, she's a fellow feline to you. She wasn't a leash, one of my kind. So that should show that I'm willing to see you as equals.
As much as I hate this, he does have a point. He did it back fast.
Not only that, the Order of the Twilight Paw is an example of canines and felines working together. I just don't agree with the idea that we have to surrender our kingdoms to someone who still likely is trying to bring back the order to humans.
Oh, Kareem. Cujo's, when he turns to look at you, in a flash, in an instant, just the most intense bloodlust rushes at you. Just the fury, the hatred, and then just a very relaxed, happy smile, his eyes closed.
I don't know whatever you would mean. Humans are gone. They will never come back. No.
They certainly brought their own folly.
Right. Kareem, my bad. Kareem puffs up at that instant of flash, but relaxes at the same time. It just gives Cujo a side look as he continues to talk.
Kareem, I like that. And so I'm going to allow you to catch as, after May's words, his massive claws just come out and they dig into the ground. And then they relax back to normal.
Can't we just have gone and back? Why insult? That's why I worry.
Here's another question. If you truly want a peace treaty, why make a marriage? Why not just have a written treaty?
Because I've always respected you all. And, well, I hate to say it, but my kind, well, they're so easily swayed by paper and, well, seeing Catherine, well, seeing someone that is so important to you all, willing to even share the same space as one of us, wouldn't we? Show that you're willing to join us all in as a pack. Joy, no longer two groups anymore. And even the other animals, the other ones are willing to make peace, recognize the folly of their ways.
If that's true, I want my father's skull back.
Give it to her. Give it to her, old man.
But this is mine.
Do it, or I will raise your species to extinction. Do we need to have a repeat of the puffins?
He rips the necklace off and throws it at you.
I catch it, and I wear the necklace. My father was a good king. He handled the finances, and he handled the celebrations while my mother hunted. He was not a warrior. The fact that you are so proud that you couldn't even kill a warrior is pathetic. But I do appreciate having my father's skull.
He goes to open his mouth, but Cujo just gives him a glance, and he stops.
Now, my new friends, can't we let the past be the past and just work together?
It depends. Will we be getting our siblings back?
I'm sure I can speak to Ben and he'd be willing to do such a thing. I mean, you saw with just a word to the other one, and I got your little friend her father's skull back. So yes, I'm sure I could do this.
Do you really suspect he came here without them? If you can do this, make it happen.
His eyes just twitching, rasping on the ground. Some dice real quick. So, Kat, I never asked specifically more about your jellyfish.
Mhm.
What species of jellyfish were you thinking this was?
Just a moon jellyfish.
Okay. All right. And Truffle, you use magic, correct?
I do.
Now, could you tell me a little more about you?
My magic. Give me 2 seconds so I can figure out how to explain it without rambling. I use a combination of dark necromancer magic with nature magic.
Okay.
I can talk to spirits. I can send demons after people. I can spy on people by using astral travel.
How good would Truffle be at sensing magic?
Oh, extremely good. She is, because she is royalty, she is trained to be the 1 second. Okay, because she is royalty, she has knowledge of the deepest and darkest realms of magic that's been passed through her tribe since it was created.
Excellent. All right. I guess you finally are able to pick up on it. Because there's been some great magic at work right now. Because you know those cat bodies I said that were thrown in? And your dad's skull, something's not right. And now, as you're looking at Cujo, something's really not right. Everything just has this strange glimmer. Reminds you of like a moon glow.
Can I dispel it?
Why, yes, I just needed to hear you say you would.
Oh, I plan to.
Go ahead and tell us how you do this.
She pats her paws 3 times, and then she uses her spiritual energy to shove and disconnect any form of magic that she does not want completely out of the area. And it's going to be repelled, and it's going to go straight back to its source. So think of it like an energy shield that expands and pushes everything out.
All right. So as you're doing this, boom, a strange, just purplish glow just explodes in the room. And Cujo just looks right at you, Truffle, and just shakes his head and goes,
Damn, so close.
Yeah, you kind of have to do better than that to defeat me.
And all of these images, these figures that were there, they slowly start to disappear. The skull that you're wearing turns into a rock. And, oh dear, those cat bodies? So, as I've always kept saying, this is not in the medieval time. This is after the age of humanity. And so, pieces and remnants of technology have still survived. Well, the dogs have made sure to keep some of the more horrible remnants of mankind, namely the weapons. So what those cat bodies were, they were actually just piles of C4. And so, my friends, I want you all pick your best 2 stats and give them a roll for me.
Does that include me?
Oh, he
And
ate.
me.
He ate. No, you don't have to roll it. I just want those totals from those 2 dice that you choose.
I got a 12.
16.
Okay.
Got a 4 and a 7.
An 11. Okay.
I would say magic is Kareem's the strongest.
And for the last, and I just need the last person is Kat.
Sorry, just a second.
No, you're good.
I got a 14.
Wow. Okay. So I wasn't having you roll for yourselves there, everyone. So what was happening here, dear listeners, is I was having them roll for Catherine. Because in this moment, as the explosion went off, it's like that moment where everything slows down and Catherine goes at a speed never seen before by anyone. And I needed each one of them to at least roll a 10 or better, or she was going to die. Catherine only has 1 life left. So if any of them would have rolled any less, she was going to die, and that was it. So she got each one of them safely, and she actually gets to survive this. Good job, guys. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, thank goodness. Loki rolled a 12. So when you all are literally feels like you're readying yourselves to react to what would be an explosion, you're already outside and you're seeing the great palace explode. The symbol of the clans, the symbol of the strength of the cats, the symbol of everything that you all have worked for so many years, hundreds of years, so much gone. And we see from a distance away, bluish tentacle just crackle. Ow! See a moon jellyfish just shaking its tentacle in its glass tube as it gives like the shaping of its other tentacle and like what would be a thumbs up to Cujo.
Damn. Well, it begins. Let's go back.
And Cujo and the jellyfish walk away. Yeah, you're all better now. As you're coming to, you see the palace burning. Just all of you see this. It's just...
Wow, that was worth it. Oh, man. I feel so damn sexy right now. Oh, what's going on?
Oh,
Wouldn't be a
God.
mutt if they didn't spread falsehoods.
Loki at first just does like the slow head turn at you. Yeah, but then he quickly turns back to May. Yep, and that is why they're the least.
And
Told
that
you
is
we
why
couldn't trust
I'm going... Sorry, go ahead, Foley.
Told you couldn't trust him. There's something wasn't right about him.
Well, in my death experience, I've kind of creeped on all of you as a ghost, which is really freaking cool. But anyway, so the collared ones are using some old evil witchcrafty technology. I suggest we get our own old witchcrafty evil technology.
I smack here.
Ow!
You know,
I am the witchy technology!
the man has a point, though. But what are we going to do, though? They have bombs.
We can get a really, really big rolled up newspaper and bonk the snoots.
It actually does work still.
Actually, I might have a crazy idea.
What is it, Loki?
Well, so in all honesty, I thinking even if I threw my hammer at Cujo, I don't think it would be able to hurt him. So I've just been trying to think what could we even have to try to equal their stuff, and I think I have it.
I get up to Loki, my face just like an inch or 2 away from his. They dishonored all of us. They disrespected us. They lied to us. I want to kill them. Spit it out!
A dragon.
Dragon. I mean, I was gonna just suggest that I breed an army with your mom, but that works too.
I'm gonna pat Loki on his head.
Loki throws his
Okay.
hammer at Hiei. Thankfully, he does not. It was just a warning throw. And the hammer just embeds in what was left of one of the columns of the building.
Oh, you want to play catch with your new dad?
Kareem steps up to Hiei. Hey man, back off. That's my woman.
Ah! God,
I was going to say this is genuinely not the time, but I mean, whichever.
but no. On a serious note, though, Truffle, what did you say, Joe?
I pet Hiei on the head. Tell me more.
Oh, you mean Loki?
Oh yeah. Loki. I pet Loki on the head. Is like, tell me more.
Well, one time when me and my daddy we were going hunting in the Wat sewers because there was a bounty on that big fat one now. But we never found him though because that asshole is tricky. That's when I first heard of Waffles over there, the Wat Slayer. He's a pretty big badass for killing the Wats. And so, anyway, when we were down in the sewer hunting for we came across this really big dragon. Honey, that wasn't a dragon. That was a kimono dragon. Mommy, it was a dragon. It breathed fire. Kimono dragon, Loki, evolved magic.
Okay. Please continue.
So, yeah, he's the one that bit my ear off. And so, but we had a really big fight, and you see, my daddy, he kicked the dragon's ass, and the dragon said if we ever needed his help, because since my daddy was an honorable warrior, that we could ask him for a favor. Now, normally the rusty spotted can would never ask for a favor because that's weak. But in all honesty, I'm gonna say fuck that rule. I need help. So, you wanna go get a dragon?
Yes, I do.
And maybe we can kill some wats on the way, too.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yes, I like this idea.
Okie dokie. Now, here's my question, though, for everyone. Of course, I know May and Waffle here are acquainted with it, but are you all knowledgeable of the Wat sewers? Because if you haven't had any experience with it, it is pretty dangerous.
I run from no fight.
Yeah, I've never been in a sewer. Ever.
Yeah. And here, have you ever been in the sewers before?
Yes, I accidentally dropped my keys down there.
There's so many questions that go with that statement, but I'm not even going to touch that. But so, Kareem, the thing about the Wat sewers is, well, it's become a maze down there because the little monsters have tunneled and added so many extra rooms and additions.
Whoa. Monsters.
Yes. Well, see, some of the Wats have gotten pretty big, and their mouth, their fangs, their teeth are pretty sharp because they can chew through stone, and I've seen them chew through metal.
I really don't have a choice, so I'm gonna just be in the back and let you guys lead the way.
So
the back's where the trixiest ones come.
All right, I'll be in the middle, and whoever leads this, I'll still follow you.
The middle's where the stealthiest ones are.
Kareem is just staring at the team in disbelief.
Don't worry. The only monsters down there will be us.
Yes. Come, Rat Slayer, real monster. Yes. We all scared of him.
Have I ever told you about the time I killed 125 rats single-handedly?
Yes.
I'll follow you.
I remember this day. I could have sworn that he killed 150 rats that day. Yes.
Oh man, it was 200.
I may have undercounted.
You know what? I'm going to just do this in character. Loki just looks left to right and goes, is seriously no one reacting to this? And he's just looking down, just like, really? Hey, you know what? I'm just going to let this keep going.
Yeah, May's like coughing to laugh.
Yes.
Some catnip, so I'm all chill now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Rat Slayer, it's an honor to see you again. Yes. You guys got to look down.
Oh, I do.
You see a really gross-looking fucking rat. It's jet black. It's skinny. It's scabbed all over. Half of its face is horrendously burned.
Waffles would never make eye contact with a rat.
Yes. His name
is burned.
My name is Pestilence. Yes.
Guys, checking out. It's a talking rat. I didn't know animals could talk, man.
everything just stops and everything just like a cricket noise just goes, fucking really? And then everything resumes again.
I'm just gonna
Even
smack
I don't
Jay
have a
again.
comment for that one. But yes. I'm Pestilence, and some little hairless cat told me I was to be here this day. Yes.
I swear I thought it spit up a hairball.
Oh, yes. I take it as a highly great comment. Does my smell really offend thee? And he holds up his arm and just... The best way to say this is like when it does, you just hear as his arm lifts up and he's just, yes.
I'm gonna shake it.
When you touch his rat hand,
Oh,
it is not soft in the least. It's just, oh God, there's no shot to you will be rolling to survive this later. That's how horrendously just virus, bacteria-ridden this rat is. That's why his name is Pestilence.
Shit, I'm gonna give him a hug.
Man, you just like
see
dying.
you, man.
Pestilence is just like, yes, I like this one, yes. Now, Rat Slayer, I hear you look for lost kitties.
Yes, I think you know the ones.
Yes, but, and I also hear story of the scaly one, yes. But if you want, I can take you, find little kitties, but the price to pay, yes.
I'll do as the group says, but I think it's better if we don't take a rat with us.
Oh,
what's the price?
Oh, but Rat Slayer, I tell you, this price intrigue you though. My price is Pestilence should be king. Pestilence should lead rats. You kill Ben, and Pestilence take command, and Pestilence swear truce to cats. What do you say? Yes.
We heard that from you before.
Oh, you heard that from Ben, not from Pestilence. Pestilence may smell like shit, but he does not lie. Yes.
I'm gonna rub his cheeks. You
And-
got a face you can trust, man.
And actually, so to tell you in character, Waffles, Pestilence actually is a honest fucking rat. He does not lie. Anytime there's been any kind of deals made with rats and cats, and it was with Pestilence, he's not betrayed them. I will say that. He is not full of shit. Is as he said, he may smell like it, but he's not full of shit.
And I can use magic to tell if he was lying or not.
Very true. Now, but if you do not trust Pestilence, what can Pestilence do to make you trust Rat Slayer? Yes. Wait.
Oh, go on.
Pestilence thinks he knows. Now, Pestilence, great shaman. Yes. The source of my power and to use magic is with my totem. Without my totem, Pestilence is weak as common rat. Yes. He throws it on the ground. You take weapon. Pestilence is unarmed, can do no harm, can cast no spell.
Can you overcome his power?
Truffle, you know because of your ways with magic, that the minute he threw his totem down, he became defenseless. So just by you taking it away, he really is just a common rat.
Yeah, look at Waffles. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
I understand that he's telling the truth, but can he overcome the control?
I believe he can. Because with this type of magical item, it can only control those who are greedy and selfish. To the point that the person, or the rat in this case, is already corrupted without it. So Pestilence is going to be fine.
And I don't see why not.
You know what? Pestilence has one more idea. Now, he goes to the ground and he packs and makes like a little mud-looking doll, wraps some dirt around it, and then he rips out a clump of his hair, his fur, and he packs it into the middle of dirt to where the heart would be. And then he reaches into his mouth and he rips out one of his sharp fangs. And he hands them to you, Truffle. This is a voodoo doll. Now, if you think Pestilence has betrayed group, yes, you take Fang and stab in heart and Pestilence will die.
Enough. I put this gross, slimy, smelly doll into my vest pocket.
Loki, this entire time, like, to escape the smell, he just, like, grabbed, like, a mound of mud and just stuffed it into his nostril, into his nose.
Way ahead of you. I point at my own nostrils.
It's so much better. Oh my god, how does he smell that bad? Yes, that's sign of great honor. Now, before we go to sewer, we make sure everyone is well prepared. And I tell you reason why for palace blow up. Yes.
Suddenly the catnip wears off, and he is looking around, sees Pestilence. What the?
Isn't catnip you smoked?
He just like falls over, just foaming at the mouth. His eyes just rolling in the back of his head. Just
he's fine.
Are you sure about that one? Yes. Now you see, big cat lady, symbol of hope for cats. Yes. Now Cujo figure if he kill big cat lady and her son, symbol of hope, gone for cats, and you don't want to challenge him. Yes. But you survive. Big cat survive. Now, and if you cause blow into his supposed group and army, then you can stop what he calls Meowna Rock. Yes. He is using foul magic to create a cat worm. I say, well, what would be a legless dragon? Yes. But with a cat head, it is the most horrifying thing Pestilence has ever seen. But it cannot retain shape for long. The missing components to bring such evil into world. Each one of ones that connected to you, supposedly, will be the key. Yes.
What components?
Yes. So each nemesis, they know what they need, and yes, some of them close to completing. Yes. That's why it's important to make sure you can get rid of that evil. Yes. I will now sketch for you what this catworm look like. And in the ground, this is what he's gonna draw for you. And I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. So let me just save this real quick. All right, and now, because this is a really big picture that he's sketching in the dirt. There you go.
Hell no.
Yes, this is what I saw that day.
Ugh.
Brian, would I have any historical knowledge of this?
Catmangonder.
Okay. And I'm gonna easily assume that we all fucked.
Oh, if that gets summoned and brought into the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will devour all cats.
What am I looking at? I think I've seen this before. the part of Alaska. I mean, this is the thing you see right before you die. Frost.
Oh, you know what? So thank you for reminding me. Hey, when you were coming back from your spirit, you definitely saw this motherfucker just staring at you.
Tried high-fiving him. High-pouring him. Whatever, how many digits we have now.
Oh, when you tried to, like, do your paw, like, high paw, it just opened its massive mouth to try to eat you as you went back to your body.
I just see a grotesque Garfield, Junji Ito slow motion animation in my mind right now with how horrifying this thing is. Or some deranged shit that Papa Meat would make.
Oh no, you actually described it perfect. It's basically, yes, it's Garfield meets Junji Ito. Thank you. Perfect. So, Catmangunda. The fire, they're able to, some mages come out and using their magic, they're able to blow up a raging wind to blow out the fire. Thankfully, in the explosion, not many lives were lost. There were some casualties. Thankfully, not as much as Cujo would have been hoping for. Catherine just looks down at Pestilence and is just, oh God.
I hand Catherine mud.
Thank you. All right, little rat, if Waffles is willing to trust you and work with you, and if you are to your word, as you say, for this being the king, I am truce. I'm going to say this right now. Don't you dare try to make another one of you. Oh no, when Pestilence born, rat devil broke mold, so to say. Yes. But yes, we travel to one of the entranceways to Ratsu. We have tunnels all over the great water world, land world, wet world, whatever the fuck it's called. Yes. Follow Pestilence. Loki runs, rips his hammer out of the wall, hugs his mother's leg, gives a nod, and looks down at the picture that Pestilence drew and is just, why? And goes to follow behind Pestilence.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay.
Kareem follows. Despite Pestilence, the grotesque appearance, his gesture to show he's trustworthy pretty much convinced Kareem he's a good guy. And he's following.
Yay.
Am I still passed out?
You wake up once the smell gets away.
Oh, damn. Oh, nothing better to do. I guess I'll follow. From a distance!
And then last but not least, the master and apprentice themselves, Waffles and May.
If it'll bring them back, I'll follow.
If not, well, we'll have good hunting, won't we?
We'll slay them all and let whoever it is sort them out.
And for this last bit of the session we're going to go into, we're going to have a little fun. So, in your traveling, you travel a good couple of days without stopping, and then Pestilence is just like, he sees your eagerness, but even then he's just like, you're pushing yourselves way too damn hard. I understand, but pushing yourselves to death even before you get to the first thing, it is not going to help anyone. So he forces you all the rest. He gives you all some pretty damn good catnip to relax. And despite his the way he looks when it comes to cooking and shit, he is actually very he makes sure to not get his filth in the food.
Does he have stringed trees?
Oh, yes, you better believe it. And this is when we go to your sleep, to your dream. And the first person I want to come to. Excellent. Truffle.
Yes?
We were speaking of a moment in that altercation between you and your nemesis. I want to go to that moment right now.
Okay.
For the listeners, for everything, for the beginning of this dream, it's not like you wanted to go back to this moment. Dear God, no, you would never choose to go back to this moment. I was just trying to see if you had the name of your rival here, but no. Okay.
No, I did.
No. What is the name of your rival?
Oh, my rival or nemesis?
I mean, nemesis. Sorry. I keep saying the wrong word. Nemesis. What is the name of your nemesis?
Oh, his name is Hootie.
Thank you. So, this is the moment when Hootie, the battle when your father fell, your grandmother, Queen Dolores is there. Your mother's there. Your father just failed at one of Hootie's spells. And do me a favor, pick your best 2 stats and roll those 2 dice for me. And tell me the total number.
12.
Okay. There was another reason why this was such a big moment for you. This was also the moment you experienced your first death. Mark this down in your character sheet, Shuffle. And I'm also going to allow you to give something in this at the same time, because you're also going to give a scar on the Hootie in the same moment. So, for the listeners, I want you to describe this valiant death, this honorable death that cost you one of your lives.
In the sheer angle, when I saw my father fall, I leaped up, as my grandmother has taught me many, many times. I leaped with all of my strength, and I plunged my teeth into the belly of that bastard. And I kicked with my claws, and I remember ripping bits of his stomach out as I used all of my magic, because magic comes with a price. I ripped him completely from the inside out, not just with my teeth, but I used my magic to physically pull the ball inside out, so he exploded everywhere. And it drained me of my life force, and I suffered the same fate. When it comes to death magic in my tribe, we can create death, but we must suffer the same fate as our victims. And that price was worth paying. The pain was agonizing and brutal, but it was well worth it.
And in that moment, those horrible screeching owls, they come in horrifying numbers, seeing their leader Hootie fall in such a way. Screeching, Queen Dolores picks up your body as you see your way going to Valhalla, but your way is denied as you still have 8 more lives to go. So much more to do. But in this moment, in your fleeing, the owls, they go to where Hootie's head lied, and they all gather together, and they join in unison, doing their horrid, bastardized, monstrous version of what they call music. Joining in song, a tornado of energy goes up, and then we just see a lone sparrow flying through the sky, just da, 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 what a good day. Stops, clutches his chest, and just falls down to the ground dead. And then slowly, all the pieces of Hootie just start forming under your head, spinning.
Oh, little shit.
Just spits out like ectoplasmic form of what would have been a sparrow's carcass, but it's just the soul of a sparrow. They look where your clan was retreating to. You shift in your sleep, but you also know Hootie, he's never had to go through the monstrous resurrection that the other owls have done so many times before. He's never done this. So this was his first death. So this has really fucked with his mind to where he tries to limit his encountering with you because he does not want to experience that again, because he knows what death feels like now. He knows what an exchange with you cost him. And if his brothers, if his fellow kind aren't there, they won't be able to activate the spell in time and bring him back. Truffle, you shift again in your sleep. And as you were coming back to your body, you saw that monstrous creature you saw the drawing of. That's why you also remembered Katmangonder. But you also have a feeling you know a way to keep the door closed to where he won't come in. God damn it, it's away from you. You shift again in your sleep. Now you're just in a field of flowers chasing a butterfly.
I'm gonna kill that motherfucking butterfly.
It just is like, hey, fuck you, buddy!
Fuck you!
Aha, fuck you!
No, fuck you!
Fuck your mother! And it just flies away. Aha!
I'm gonna piss on your flowers!
Aha! And we leave Truffles as she's just rolling in the ground saying, piss on your flowers!
Fellow Paws just keep going. Like, no.
And we circle around the group, looking at each one of the remaining party members, and it stops. Hey, we heard about that battle between you, Valkyrie, yes, and that she denied you your valiant death. But there were more encounters between you and her. So tell us in your searching, in your many other encounters, and roll your 2 dice that you think would be best for this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna double down with brutality and cunning.
Alright, give that a roll.
Okay. Dice, please don't kill me again. 9.
Yeah, do you just like dying? So, yeah, you're going to mark a second death, but for this one, during this battle, I want you to shape how you were almost there to conquering her, and then I'll take over at that moment. So,
After a mighty battle, the very heavens rumbled, lightning, as if the gods were watching and cheering on the conflict. Suddenly, it was coming down to the wire. I went to strike her with my mighty fishbone. She managed to slap it away from me with her tail. And then suddenly I asked her a question as I was about to suplex her. Should I bring my? She asked me what? I said, my dick, as I tried to suplex her into the ground. Take it away.
And it's with that moment, with that sheer act of cockery and shenanery, that she just turns and goes, you cocky cock. And with a simple flick of her foot, as you go to try to do a German suplex, she just falls on you and is just crushed underneath her.
Death by titties. This is one of the ways I want to die with my 9 lives. I accept this.
So yes, mark that on your death as you move to 7. And the reason why the Reaper does not remember this incident because he didn't even want to talk to you, bringing you back on this one. It's just no. I refuse.
Sees my crushed corpse and like a thumbs up at the same time.
He came and saw your body and was just Are you fucking serious? I foresee many more deaths, but they're going to be glorious. He just made sure you were all cleaned up and dusted, and then you shift in your sleep. You think of your isolation, the time you've been away from your clan. What has your clan done without you? Shift in your sleep. Have they been strong? Are they even still the same name? Have they kept the same names, the same traditions? Or who's there? You shift in your sleep. Do they even want you back? Have you been gone for too long? Oh, God. The worst part of it all is that you say this is for honor and for getting your honor back, but what if this was all just a waste of your fucking time? You shift in your sleep. Because in reality, even if you fell in battle, even if that happened, your clan was still there. Your clan was still with you. Was it even worth it, leaving them behind? You shift in your sleep. Will they want back? Will they? And now you're just like, you're sitting in a giant pile of fish, just shoving delicious fish just down the gullet. Were you worried about something? Nah. Was that an existential crisis? Who cares? Oh, this fish, it's all about the fish. Yeah, do you say anything else? As you're just sitting there in your pile of fish.
I feel conflicted because I don't dream. I don't have nightmares. I don't have dreams. I can barely string together two thoughts, but just something felt real about this. And I guess in a way, when I'm not trying to hump or kill something, I'm homesick. But feelings are for nerds. So I start eating some more fish and push my feelings deep down inside.
They're for the weak is all that just comes from Hiei as he sleeps, and he just like he has like a pillow in his between his paws, just like munching on his pillow. We go back above, everyone, circling around, and then we stop on little Loki. And then we go back to that day when Cupcake fell, because there was more to that day. All right, my little dude. Okay, we go back to that day. And no, Loki is not going to actually mark a valiant death. Somehow he survived it. And because he rolled a 15 and Thor rolled an 11. So on that day, we're on the battlefield. Loki's eye has already been ripped out from a moment in the battle. He's standing there holding the bastard sword that he's used in this moment. His father, Cupcake, is right next to him. His chest plate has already been ripped from his body. He's missing his left arm. Yeah, he's holding the mighty Mjolnir in his right. He looks at Loki, looks over at Thor, and that goddamn French bulldog. It doesn't look like he's even taking any goddamn damage. Loki and Cupcake, they synchronize their breathing. They're father and son. They really know. They work off perfect each other. They jump, springing side to side, and they literally run in an angle, going at like an X formation at Thor as fast as they can. But Loki slips. Dear God, he's done this move so fucking time. He's never messed this up, and he slips. Moment, a gleam in his eye. Thor sees this. He raises his massive battle axe with thousands of notches going down the handle for how many cats he's killed. And it's in this moment, Cupcake looks at Thor, looks at his son, looks at Thor, looks back at his men, yelling him to run, retreat, looks back at Loki, and he just runs and pushes him out of the way as the axe falls down and splits his father in two. And with that, and it cuts Loki's left foot in half. Thor looks disappointed.
Oh well, I couldn't get to, but I'll take your fucking paw.
He picks up Cupcake's top half and just rakes it over his shoulder. Loki screams, runs at his dad. Thor just looks and kicks him in the stomach, and Loki just sprays vomit, snot dripping from his nose, eyes watering as he falls to the ground, crying, and he shifts in his sleep. I killed my dad. Shifts in his sleep. All because I fucking slipped. I'm a fucking failure of a warrior. He shifts in his sleep. Why am I being trusted to take over the rusty spotted clan? Why was I given my father's hammer? This is all a disgrace to my father's legacy. He shifts in his sleep. This is the reason why I am always denied death. I don't deserve it. And he shifts in his sleep. Boom. He's laying in the middle, snuggled in between his mom and his dad as they're just holding him, singing him an old nursery rhyme. Loki's laying on his dad's stomach, and Cupcake is laying on Catherine's stomach, and they're just on a branch on a gargantuan tree. A giant eagle flies above. Dickhead Squirrel comes up, tries to say an insult, and both Cupcake and Catherine respond with doing their version of flipping them off, and the Squirrel retreats, saying, "I'm telling on you." And Loki, the last thing Loki just says is, "I miss my daddy." And in Loki's sleep that's all you hear is, "I miss my daddy." And Loki curls up into a ball on his side and just hugs his little hind legs. And we raise up and we circle around. And then we stop. May,
Yes.
what was the hardest day between you and your nemesis?
The day that he took her brother to the deep.
Take your 2 best dice and roll them for me, please.
Okay. I got a 14.
You are just like Loki. You are going to survive this encounter and not get a death. But there's still a price to be paid for this encounter. So please shape it. Start this moment and I will take over at a certain point. But to start to tell us about that moment when he took your brother away, took him to the deep.
Well, after the House of Strays was attacked by the joint forces of the Rat King and the jellyfish, she hounded after her foe all the way into the water. And without thinking anything, she dove in, but she's not a strong swimmer. But all she wanted was her brother back, so she swam as much as she could.
You're swimming. Oh my God, you're even faster than you ever thought you. The water means nothing to you. You don't care that your fur is wet. You don't care about the weight that you're taking on. You're almost there. He's within reach. And as you reach for him, he's reaching up to you. Moon just slaps your paw away, wraps tighter around your brother, and you're hit with just a massive brush of bubbles from how fast he dove down, and you're blown back up to the top, back to the surface level of the water. You can't see which direction they went. All you see is the darkness of water. And in this moment, we go as Moon is dragging him down. That's when we get to the lab. Moon looks at your brother. Now, you know I'm one of the greatest scientists in this world now. And I've always wondered, can you change a species? And I've always wondered with that as well, can a cat become a rat?
I'm going to pause you right there, boss. Is this jellyfish Christopher Walken?
Damn it, leave me alone.
That's what I thought was happening. Okay.
I was asking the same thing.
He shoved the watch up his ass. But so now, God damn it, man. Now, can a cat become a rat? And over time, your brother's limbs become shorter, but the paws losing fur, gaining an extra limb, his body gaining weight, becoming more bulbous, gaining an elongated snout, ears like a rat, and then his eyes, every vessel bursting until his eyes are just red, blood red, until finally his fur is as black as night. Oh, the transformation isn't complete until we change your mind as well, and I have just the perfect spot for you, and what your new name will be as well. And he straps what was your brother in a chair, strapping his eyes open so he's just watching a screen and just being shown all of this horrible footage of just rats just decimating, causing violence, rats during the bubonic plague, rats eating other animals, eating cats, just rats. And then being shown over and over
just the worst things that could involve a rat. And your new name will be Ben, and you will be a king. You shift in your sleep. All you think about is, what did he do to your brother? What could he have done to your brother? What more could you have done? You didn't use all your strength. You're so much stronger. You know this. You shift in your sleep. What is he doing to him? Is he even alive? Is there even a reason to even hope anymore? Shift in your sleep. Your new purpose is killing rats. That's one way you can make up for it, for the things that they've done, the crimes that they've committed, especially that monster Ben. And you shift in your sleep. And now you're being shown the day to when you're no longer being called the apprentice. You are now the master. You have triumphed over Waffles. And he is just saying, telling you, you are now the true rat slayer. And there's confetti. Everyone's cheering you on. And even your brother is there. What's the last thing you say, May?
After all the celebration and fanfare, that would be a perfect time for a feast.
And the last thing we hear is, time for a feast. Sad smile, a tear goes down. And then we raise back up. And we circle around. Two left. Kareem, that day your father became your nemesis. I want you to tell us about that day. So pick your two best stats and roll those dice for me.
12.
Okay, so you're going to mark your first death, Kareem. So once again, you're going to start. I want you to paint everything out, how this all starts, and I'll take over at a certain part and tell you how you experienced your first death to him.
Okay. I had chased Maximilian down to seaward, and as I chased him to the edge, to the shoreline, he turns around and with a malicious grin on his face, he uses. See, the magic that we use is, how you say, cryomancy.
Oh, okay, so like ice magic.
Yes. But it's layers to it. So, I have to learn hydromancy, and then to understand how ice, you need to understand water to understand how to make ice.
Excellent.
So,
I like that.
So, however, Maximilian purposely taught his pupils wrong. So, whereas though I can make the same ice swords and ice daggers and ice weapons as he can, his are a lot denser, making mine's very ineffective. So, as I attack him, he shatters weapon after weapon. And as he attacks, he shatters every shield I put up. And before I know it, I'm getting kicked over the edge of the shoreline into the bay. And before I even hit the water, I'm encased in a block of ice.
And as you're looking up at your father, Maximilian, and after he'd frozen you away, he's just up there laughing.
There's a reason why I didn't teach you everything, my boy. Because I knew someday I'd have to turn it around on you now.
And then he takes a fist and smacks it down on the palm of it, bowls up one paw and smacks it on the base of his other paw. And underneath him, a gargantuan shape of a massive moose forms underneath him. And this moose, even though it's made of ice, it's perfectly animated that even the eyelids move lifelike. Its chest compresses and contracts in perfectly as if it's breathing.
Ta-ta, my boy.
And as he looks at you in that frozen block of ice, he raises a paw to the sky, and above his hand, a trickle of water starts to form until it stretches more and more until it looks like a javelin. And then it flash freezes into a spear, and he throws it at you. And boom! In that block of ice, there's a perfect hole hearted. Well, it was. And the block sinks. Is it something? What more could you have done? How How did you, why did it come to this? Your clan, this is not what the clan, what you were raised to believe, raised what the clan's values are. This is not how it was supposed to be in your sleep. This is not the father you know. This is not the man who trained you. This has to be a lie. This is a lie. But the pain you felt in your chest, the pain you felt in that moment, that perfect block you were frozen in, those were things only he could have done. So you know now that was your father who killed you that day, and you shift in your sleep. And with that, when you shift again, you're back with your clan. Your clan, they're all taking a knee, and they all look up at you, and they all just chant, Kareem! Raising a fist to the air, chanting your name. What is the last thing you say?
I say nothing. I simply bow to my people, which is a promise that I'll continue on our duties, acting in the shadows and protecting all former domesticated animals against the wild animals of Alaska.
Yeah, you don't say anything in your sleep. We don't hear anything. All you do is you just raise one of your arms, you make your paw into a makeshift fist, and you just hold it to the sky. We raise up. We don't even circle all the way around because we just stop on Waffles. Tell us the day Ben became your nemesis. And the same rules. Take your 2 best stats and roll those dice for me.
15, and if it matters, I rolled a 6, which I have that one ability there.
Well, here's the thing. You already beat it. I only rolled a 14, so even.
I light things on fire.
So
when I roll 6s.
I'm going to let you influence this with that. So you go ahead and add that in. So remember to add that in about how you light things on fire. So you're not going to die from this. You didn't die during this encounter, but please paint this moment that it really sealed the moment Ben became your rival.
Well, you see, we'd taken in the rats, and we had decided to live peacefully with them. And the night that we were to fully sign the treaty, we were celebrating, and all the people that we had gathered were the whole House of Strays. Really, were all in one place. And then suddenly Ben showed up, and everything just felt off. They started to sort of separate important members of the house, taking them to secluded parts of our hideout. And I saw Pancakes get led away, and then the betrayal started. I could hear the screams. I needed no weapon. I started fighting immediately, but I was too late.
But you did make sure that Ben was not going to forget that he was not going to get away unscarred. Yeah, left a pretty good burn on him forevermore. His right hand has a very nasty, horrible burn, all-encompassing hand. As he dragged Pancakes away, he just glares at you, never forgetting your face. Says nothing. He just drags Pancakes away. You'll never forget those screams, and you shift in your sleep. You fought so hard. There's so much you want to hate yourself about, but no matter what you think, you did everything in your power. You did everything you could, but it still wasn't enough. You shift in your sleep. You've killed so many rats, but what made that rat special? Why did he get away? Why was he able to overcome you in your sleep? God damn it, did you make sure that he's never going to forget? You're going to get Pancake. You're going to get all of them back, and you're going to make you shift in your sleep. When you shift again, there's no more Rat Slayer. You're finally able to hang that mantle up. You're enjoying life, and there's Pancakes, and there's May. You have a simple farm. Life is good. You're happy. Waffles, what is the last thing you say?
I don't think I need to be called Waffles anymore. I'm a Harley.
That's the last thing that you say in your sleep is, I'm Harley. Dear listeners, this is where we're going to leave off on this session, because when they wake up, they will finally be making their way into the sewer to confront Ben and to possibly speak to this Dwagon, as Loki said. Thank you, dear listeners, and please remember, if you've enjoyed this episode, please remember to rate us on your platform of podcast of choice. and to leave a comment if you can. It will help us with our algorithm. And thank you all so much. Until the next one, goodbye.